Hey everyone, and welcome back to Rudy's 1/6 World for another First Thoughts video. And this one is coming in a little bit late. Unfortunately, a pesky little thing like work got in the way of making this. But I did want to talk about the Black Panther Mech Strike suit that has been put up for pre-order by Hot Toys. Now, I've usually said for certain figures, oh, this is unexpected, this is a surprise. I think this would definitely fall in under the unexpected category. Let's get the first things out of the way, right? This is a beautiful looking piece, right? I at least think so. I appreciate the details on it. You've got the nice purple Wakandan language, inscriptions all along the mech armor. I do think that it is diecast, so there is definitely something vibrant to that, and I like the hints of the purple that go very much with the Black Panther color scheme. What's interesting here is this is a transforming figure, and now look, I've seen the comments on the announcement page. This is some of them are basically saying, what did Hot Toys join forces with Hasbro? This is basically Hot Toys Transformers. It's interesting. It's something that just I wasn't expecting them to do, and I do like the way the figure looks when it's in the Panther mode, so to speak. Just I'll say it off the bat. This is not a piece I'm getting, right. It just doesn't fit in with my collection. Or what I'm trying to do with my collection. I will give credit to Hot Toys for trying something different, and this is something that is falling under their artist inspiration, and I definitely do think it's better than the Venom and the Carnage they issued, which kind of just seemed like they didn't go along with anything. This seems like it could potentially fit in with a collection if you were so inclined. It's just an interesting release. I think Hot Toys is trying to branch out. I think they're trying something different, so I can appreciate that. I think the piece looks really nice. I think they're picking an iconic character like Black Panther to launch it. I'm curious if we're going to see other characters, Captain America, Spider-Man, in this mech strike suit version. I don't know if it's necessarily a different path that I would pick for Hot Toys. Now, I've seen a lot of people, it seems like you either like it and you're gonna get it because it's something different, or people are just on the fence about this particular approach. And listen, I'll tell you one thing with Marvel right now, because everybody who watches my channel knows that I'm a huge Marvel fan and Marvel collector. There are rumors going along that Marvel is going to be slowing down their production and their output, right? They're doing like 3 movies a year. They're reducing the shows that are going to be on Disney+. They're going to try to basically get back to that quality which established them. So I appreciate that. I did enjoy Phase 4 a lot more than most people, I think. But I do appreciate that they're going to space out some releases. Also in particular because as a Hot Toys collector, the last couple of years have been really hard as a Marvel fan with all the movie releases, all the show-based figures, right? And we're still clamoring for figures like Namor, right? And they still teased Cassie Lang from the Quantumania movie, which I'm very interested in because it's a new character that they'd be giving us. So for me, it's almost like there's going to be a nice pause in the releases. My question then becomes, is this something that Hot Toys is using to try to fill in that gap, right? I know they've leaned heavily into the Marvel IP. They continue to lean heavily into the Star Wars IP. And I don't know, the Mandalorian Season 3, I haven't even watched it yet, but it seems like hasn't been as popular as past seasons, or at least the viewership numbers haven't been there. So I don't know if this is a response to that, or this figure has been in the prototype stage for so long that it's almost independent of everything else that's happening. So again, it's going to be interesting to see if this is what Hot Toys is going to use to try to fill the gap in some of those releases now. When, I think as collectors, especially focusing on one line, it's nice to have those gaps because it allows us to kind of keep up. And then if Hot Toys is going to release these individual pieces, it's an interesting take. And if I think it's a nice looking piece overall. Just for me, it's something really out of the norm for what I'm collecting, and the cost isn't cheap. This is coming in at $455 at Sideshow, I think. So it's really on the expensive side, right? Die casted transformation features. Also, with the recent issues with some of the DeLoreans, I'd be curious how the transformation feature is actually going to work, and I'd be a little cautious about that. But look, I have to give them credit for trying something different, and I think, again, the response seems to be mixed, right? Some people hate it, some people love it. I think it looks great if you want a unique piece. I think this is something that you should consider. And that's about it. I think for me, it's definitely a pass. Just, again, doesn't fit in with what my collection is, what I'm trying to do with my collection at this point. And the cost is definitely prohibitive for me, even saying, oh, let me just get something that looks good, right? I don't know that this is worth that. But I think it's interesting to just look at the evolution of Hot Toys and kind of try to think about what they're thinking about their own future. Let me know what you think. Let me know if this is something you'd be even remotely interested in, or if you think this is, if you appreciate that Hot Toys is trying something different, or if you think they missed on this one. And as always, thanks for watching, and if you are enjoying, please consider liking, commenting, and subscribing, and we'll touch base on the next video.